It was 9/11, Twin Towers, Al-Qaeda and Osama bin Laden. That was like the first two words that I associated with Islam. So that was like the entrance of how Islam came in our lives, in Belgium, whole Belgian society. It was not that I was like really racist towards Islam, like now it's happening in the West, or it was not that I was having a bad view about Islam. For me, Islam was something really strange. Like, if I would say to you Hinduism, it's like, okay, you know what Hinduism is, but you will not have a clear concept about it. So I was not that really interested in Islam, and at the same time I didn't care about it so much as well. It was something that was like far away from it. So I would never have think, you know, just like religion in general, I would have never think that I would start believing, because I was like really atheist. Of course, you watch the media, and Islam is not like the best viewed religion in the world. If we have to say it honestly, we like see daily things about IS, Al-Qaeda, this kind of terrorist organizations. So the little contact that I had with Islam was kind of in a bad way. But at the same time, what also influenced this, I think this influenced me the most, why I didn't go directly to Islam, because in Belgium we associate Muslims especially with like social underclass people. We have just to be objective, like Muslims have a bad reputation. I mean, they are like mostly involved in criminal issues, or sometimes they're like really bad viewed by society. I think the most people in Europe stay far away from Islam because they just don't know what Islam is, and they don't know what culture is. I was 14, 15 years old, because I was studying Latin in high school. I started reading philosophic books about big European philosophers like Immanuel Kant, Kierkegaard, and they influenced me a lot. So I was like a really convinced atheist. Of course, also because my parents, they educated me as an atheist. I mean, so that was like, for me there was no belief, religion was bad. You see these kind of arguments, even in Turkey you hear it sometimes, like belief is so bad because of belief, people are not educated, we are poor, whatever. And I thought by myself, if I have like the truth, if I'm really correct with atheism, I can convince any other person in the world to become atheist. I went to my school, to my Islamic teacher in my school, and I told him about what I wanted to do. I wanted to attend his Islamic classes, but of course not to follow Islam, to debate with people about Islam. And it's funny because after 2 weeks he threw me out of the class, you see. So he came to me, he said like, you know, I really like you, you're a good boy, but you cannot attend my classes anymore. So I told him why, what happened? In fact, one of the fathers of the girl called him, and he said to the teacher like, I sent my girl to Islamic classes to attain more knowledge about Islam, and she comes home back almost as a kafir, because she had so many doubts about the discussions we had. And I felt a little bit arrogant. I had kibr. When you feel like so proud, you think you know everything, you know you're the smartest. So that's a really dangerous thing, because when you have kibr, you are like blind for the faults that you make and the people around you. And 2 weeks after that, I tore my crossbones. And I was so depressed. And what happens when you have like something traumatically or a depression, you want to stay away. Imagine you have a heartbreak. You don't want to do anything anymore. You just want to sit in your room. Nobody has to send you. Nobody has to disturb you. Even your own mother irritates you if she comes and asks something. I wanted just to go away for some time, and I went to Bolivia, a country in South America. And Bolivia is one of the poorest countries in South America, and I used to work with orphan children. I did a humanitarian act. And when I was in Bolivia, it was so beautiful, because these orphan children, they were maybe 5, 6 years old, and they were more happy than we were all together in these days now. You know, I was complaining, where is the Wi-Fi, where is the electricity, why does my iPad doesn't work? And these boys, they were playing with little papers. And they were so happy. And it is not that because people sometimes say people believe because they don't know further what is going on. But these people also had televisions. They also saw big rappers, famous football players with beautiful women and big cars. So how was this possible? And I asked this to one of these orphan children. And he told me, you know, the answer is so easy. God took my father away, God took my mother away so that I could be only with God. And I was so shocked by what he said, you know. And especially because an orphan, you know, one of the things in life that will touch you the most is an orphan child. Because even our Prophet ﷺ was an orphan. And I started thinking, because in Belgium, religion is always bad. Muslims are terrorists, Jews are thieves, Christians are pedophiles. And I thought by myself, no, in South America, religion is something really beautiful. Because of religion, people are together. Because of religion, people, they can still live, you know, in a kind of sense. So I started reading the Bible. And I think for 6 months, I was really dedicated to Catholicism. So I used to go to church, and at Christmas, we believe that it's the birth of Jesus Christ. So you go at midnight. And the priest, he said, dear Christians, we have to be a selfie from God, who sent Jesus Christ, the Son of God, with the Holy Spirit from God in God. So I asked myself, who is God? You know, because Tawheed, that's the base of our religion. We need to know who is our creator. So imagine these three are my creator. Why do I pray to a cross? Why do I pray to Maria? Why do I pray to things I even don't know? So I asked this priest this question, and he said, like, it is, you see, it's in the heart. And that's really pity, because no, religion is in the heart, but it also has to be in your deeds. We need to be convinced, why are we Muslim? Why do we do some things? Why would we not be Christians, like you said? So, because the priest, especially what he said, it was like all the love for Christianity flew out my heart. And, you know, I started being atheist again, drinking, doing bad life. And then Ramadan comes, and there was like another boy in my school. So when I asked him these questions, he was like really surprised. He started me telling everything in a beautiful story, in the Quran, in the Hadith. He always gives sources. And he invited me 3 times. And you know, like a little bit like Turkish mentality, I said, yeah, I will come, inshallah I will come. But at the end of the day, I didn't come. And then the 3rd time he said, look, I really admire your personality, but the fact you give all religions a chance and not Islam hurts me. So I said, you know, I will give him a chance. I go to the mosque, take some pictures, then I can say to the Muslims, I have investigated Islam, look, I was in the mosque, whatever, and they will leave me alone. But of course, you can make plans. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make the best plans. He's the best of planners. So that day, I went to the mosque unexpected. And it's funny because the first person I saw was somebody with a long beard, like Arab, dressed. And you know, these are the persons, when you see them on television, you think directly about IS or bad organizations. So I was thinking myself, okay, I have to go out or I get killed. But he was so friendly. He was like, Assalamu alaikum, brother, how are you? Do you want to have tea? I said, no, I just want to visit the mosque. Khalas, come in, Tamam, come in, he said. And I was sitting in the mosque taking some pictures. And a lot of people, you know, in that moment, after I took the pictures, the adhan goes off. And everybody comes in. So if everybody comes in the building, you cannot go out. It would be so disrespected. And of course, because I already have blonde hair, I'm even more suspicious. And in every mosque, we have a bookstore. And at my right, I saw the Quran. But I never had the Quran in my hands. So when I started reading Quran, just Surah Al-Fatiha, my heart broke. I was crying like a baby. I swear I was crying like a kid. And because this process that I had from atheism to Christianity to Islam, I know Islam was different. This is the truth. And that's the way how I became Muslim. Alhamdulillah. Once I was in Jordan for Islamic studies, and I was sitting with a big sheikh drinking tea. And when I was going to his library, I saw books about Tawheed, Aqidah, and then I saw the Bible. So I thought by myself, why should a big Islamic scholar have the Bible in his library amongst books, Islamic books? You see, it doesn't make sense. So I go to the sheikh and I ask him, why do you have the Bible in your library?